don't know. What's a nice intro I can do?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. What is up, you filthy Zoomers?
Hello.
Welcome to the Weebshit podcast. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Jess. And welcome to a new episode of the... It's been a while.
Yes, it's the first episode of 2022, and it took like 4 months just to get this thing going.
It's March.
It's March.
The first episode in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's April too by the time we recorded this, by the way, so it is April. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
right.
Oh, God.
Oh, right. I think we recorded one like around January or something. I don't know.
Yeah, look.
I just kept forget. I just forgot all of these. Yeah.
Okay, it's very day.
And if these are not very cash money, though, still.
Yeah, they still aren't. They still are. So, anyways, it's the new. It's starting to be summer here. Jesus Christ, summer in the Philippines.
I'm feeling it in the the jank ass studio.
Same. I'm feeling it in my room. It's because my room is like at the back of the house, and it's the middle of the afternoon, so the sun is like at the back. So it's really hot.
You're in the worst fucking place
I am the
in
worst.
the house right now.
My
Damn.
room is like in the worst spot. Exactly. So yeah, it's so.
I'm kind of. That is kind of why. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious about how other countries' summers feel like. Is it hot and humid like us, or I heard it's some parts like the western areas it's pretty dry, so it's like way worse in terms of like heat.
Yeah.
Because it's like full on just hot.
Yeah, because I think it depends on the weather.
There's no recourse.
Yeah, because like summers in like Korea and Japan, they say ours is way hotter than over there.
Way
hotter, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to experience summers over there.
Yeah, it's like if this is hot for them, I'm like, I wonder what summer is over there. It probably be like the coldest day in February for us.
God damn. I do not look forward to like I think because every time it's like March usually is the start when things really
Mid-March.
heat up. But damn, it's like by the time mid-April and then May comes on, oh god, it just gets worse.
It gets worse, especially in
I
the
think
middle.
at one point we actually I don't know. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, it's like I think the worst parts are like either late April or heading into early May. That's like the worst parts.
Yeah, it's so weird. I think there was at one point where we had like 40 degrees Celsius. Usually it's around 31, 32, 33. And then suddenly there was that one time it just went straight past 40.
I think that was last year.
I was so lucky I didn't feel that shit
That was
when
last
that
year, I
happened. Because I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that was last... Okay, that was last year. I thought it was like...
That was last
I know
year.
it was recent. But I think it was around 2020, 2021. But damn,
Yeah,
I was
I
like, I didn't
remember.
feel it. But
Yeah.
I'm sure if you were out and about, you felt that shit hard.
It
It hits like a back truck.
Yeah, we felt it because like in late afternoon we had to open like every single window and door in the house because it was that hot.
It was
Yeah,
that
it was
bad. Jesus.
Yeah, it was that bad. So summers in the Philippines, they're very we're used to it. That's the best thing we can say about it. We're used to it.
Yeah. And despite the despite the heat, doesn't stop us from drinking hot coffee.
It
Like
doesn't stop
what
you.
I'm doing right now.
Doesn't stop you from drinking. I don't. I have like cold
Gotta
water
get that.
beside me.
Gotta get that sweet coffee.
I got cold water beside me. I don't know how people do it. Drinking coffee in the middle of a summer day.
I don't know. It's like eventually, it's like you get used to it. I guess if you have like, for example, an electric fan right now, like the one I have. So if you hear a faint, buzzing, I'll try to get rid of the audio of the the loud ass electric fan on top of me. But if you got that right, it kind of cancels it out a little bit.
Kind of.
I mean, nothing beats like iced coffee.
Mm.
In fact, I might get one after this. But damn, it's like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's too much effort to put ice on this thing. I might as well just
drink it.
I'd rather
straight.
not. Yeah. How do you do you drink your coffee without sugar and cream?
Oh,
You just
I
drink
don't.
it black.
I drink instant coffee. No, I drink instant coffee.
Fucking peasants.
I can feel the
Ew.
anger.
I've already ascended like multiple levels. I did start
sure.
with, not gonna lie, I did start with instant coffee.
I mean, everyone does.
I don't know if I don't know if I told this in the podcast already,
Mm.
but I did start with one of those 3-in-1s that Nescafe had,
Nescafe had.
where they add,
Mm.
and just in case anyone doesn't know the 3-in-1 coffees, it's basically just the coffee, which is
Creamer
probably
and
just
sugar.
Robusta,
I think it's everything,
low
yeah.
quality Robusta that's cheap,
Yeah.
and then it features the creamer and the sugar.
And there you go. It's
In
instant
my,
coffee.
I don't know. In
It's
my
good.
experience, I feel like
not.
there's more sugar than there's coffee.
It's way sweet than you want.
Yeah, it's just, and it's so easy to dilute. Like you really gotta have like a size of a paper cup, just to get that, just to not feel like you diluted the coffee a lot.
I mean, it's because it's already like pre-portioned. Like you have no control because it's instant.
Because I tried to, during my early days of drinking 3-in-1, I would find that it was watery as shit when I filled the water up to like a mug full. It was just watery as shit. It tasted like water than coffee. So I was like, I would always fill it like halfway full just to get that nice balance between more coffee and not drinking tea.
Oh yeah, I don't drink tea either. The only tea I drink is iced tea, and that's about it.
Yeah, same.
And,
I don't think it caught up as much here. It's honestly like a niche kind of thing, where you wanna, where some people desire an alternative to coffee. That's fair.
I guess. I mean, it's not. I doubt tea is pretty
But
popular
would
with
you
the
see a
masses.
construction?
Yeah, it's not popular with the masses.
Yeah, it's like, would you see a construction worker drinking tea in the morning? Fuck no. You'd see him drinking.
I'd be impressed. I'd be
Yeah.
impressed. I'm like, wow, cultured man.
Yeah, really cultured. Would you like some tea, good sir? Before our
Would you
grueling
tea,
day.
'cause, they're mixing cement on the side, and you see them drinking.
Why, yes. Please.
Oh, quite indubitably.
Uh,
My God. So, how about you? You're getting into. You get English. Yeah. How about you? Me and Aaron have been talking about video games for a lot. Aaron's got into a few ones that he's been stuck into.
Yeah. Shit, I'm still on the topic of coffee, but alright.
Still a coffee.
That's because that's what I'm drinking right now, so I'm like, oh, this is really nice.
So yeah.
Because I bought a kilo of Arabica from Batangas, I think.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty good so far. I mean, it's granted I'm not like those pro coffee type thing, pro coffee type dudes where they would have they would always buy it by the beans, and then they would always put up the effort every day to grind those beans.
Grind those.
I'm not sure I have the time for that, to be honest.
They built different.
I bit the bullet and bought a grinder, but it's one of those. It's not one of those like burr grinders. It's one of those cheap, kind of brute force kind of grinders, because all
you
it
have to
does
like
is crush the
manually do it?
beans instead of cutting them.
Yeah.
No, it's not manual. It's automatic, but it's one of those.
Oh.
You might as it's like a spice grinder, because you can use it as a spice grinder.
Mm.
But it's basically for it's basically not for coffees, I think, because it's like using a hammer. It doesn't have any finesse to it, unlike say a burr grinder with grooves and all that other parts that are made for coffee beans. It's just a beginner's thing, I guess. I plan on upgrading, I guess. Hopefully, I could, and I have enough money for
hopefully
it.
there's space.
But right now, I don't. Yeah, that too, man. It's quite a commitment to make good coffee. And it's like, I see the sets, and it's like fucking huge, right? It's like the size of a
They're amazing.
blender. Not.
Yeah.
It's slightly bigger than a blender, but it's like really serious kind of sets. And I'm like, hehe, grinder, small grinder, hehe. fits in this little
Christ.
corner of the table, grinder. Yeah. I bought it for 1,000 pesos.
Oh,
Not bad.
nice.
Not bad of a price.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Anyway, yeah, back to video games, I guess. So what have you
I
been, I know you've been up to a lot of something. Mostly Dark
Yeah.
Souls type games. You're still not over Dark Souls type games, right?
I'm kind of on a break. I've been playing Nier Automata for the past few weeks.
I'll be honest, I tried to pirate that, and it kept crashing on me.
Maybe
so I
it's
just quit.
Maybe it's because it's on the old version. I heard there's like PC issues when it launched for Steam or something.
Yeah, I must admit, they got a pretty good anti-piracy measure there. They made the PC port so shit that you wouldn't want to fucking continue anymore.
They got it good. But yeah,
Pretty good. You got me. That was a nice outplay.
it's like anti-piracy measures.
To make the PC port so trash that pirates wouldn't even fuck with that
Yeah.
shit.
It's Square Enix's, Platinum Games, anti-piracy. It's so shit you won't even bother pirating it.
But I heard they finally got their act together.
They got
and
it,
fixed
yeah.
the port.
Mm.
Thank God. It's still too expensive for me though, even on sale.
Yeah, it's way expensive. Even with the sales, man, it's still in the thousands. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
it
Jesus.
never reaches 3 figures, which is weird to me because it's almost I wouldn't say a decade old, but it's
No,
getting there.
It's getting
It's
there.
half a
It was
decade
released
old.
in 2017, and it's like 17. Oh, it's like 6 years old. It's
Yeah,
like in
it's-
4
it's-
years, it's gonna be a decade.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna be pissed if
I
it's
just
still
wish
not.
that-
If the price doesn't go down, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm
Yeah,
like, really?
just- Give me a 80% off already, for fuck's sakes.
Come on, Square Enix, you greedy bastard.
I mean, I love 2B. Yeah, I love 2B.
2B. She's
But
not worth
Is it-
2,000.
yeah, I don't think it's worth 1,099. I think that's
Yeah,
the last
it's
I
not.
checked. If it's 50, that's 50% off.
Yeah, that's
Right.
50%.
So I don't know. I guess when I get well, I guess if I save up enough, maybe I'll get around to it. Because I'd rather just buy it, to be honest, than pirate it.
Nah, if you're just gonna do, just buy something worth it. I don't think it even includes the. Yeah, wait, it has the DLC with it, but like 2,000. That's a lot of. That's
Yeah, support the
Food
developers, man.
pretty sure they're not even gonna get it. It's in the publishers.
Oh yeah, for sure. But still, maybe we can all hope that that the developer company gets some of the sales with that
get
amount of money,
something.
right?
Mm.
I know they don't get any money if it's like very very low, like $2, $3. Like I doubt they
Oh, really?
get a cent of that out of that for sure. At least that's what I think. It's really weird because you don't know how they usually go about it. Sometimes it's either like a fixed price, they pay the developer, that's it. But sometimes they get royalties out of it. So maybe they do. Maybe
Oh,
even if it's
that's
like
awesome.
$3,
Yes.
right? Maybe they do get a few cents out of that, or maybe
Probably.
like a few dollars out of that.
Yeah.
But it really reminds me of the situation of Fallout New Vegas. where Obsidian never got a cent out of that. By the way,
And they got
They
18
just-
months for it. That's like
yeah,
the most
they
depressing part.
never
about
got
it.
a cent out of that.
Mm.
All because they were 1 point off from
And
the
they-
Metacritic score, which the agreed score was 85 points, I think,
Mhm.
and they got an 84.
Dang,
That was it. That was the very thing
That
that kept them
sucks.
from getting royalties and the developers rightfully getting paid. I don't know why they fucking agreed to that. By the way, it's so sketchy because relying on user
they were
scores
probably
is
confident.
not a very good idea. Oh,
They're
Metacritic
probably
scores.
They're probably
Sorry.
confident with it.
Yeah, I understand. Right, we're gonna
But
make
it's still the best title in the
we're gonna make a banger of a game.
Yeah, it's still the
Yeah,
best one, despite every. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
despite everything, New Vegas is still the
what?
best title.
Sorry,
Hmm?
you cut out for a second there.
Oh,
You
sorry.
cut out for a second there.
Okay, can you? I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I hear you now though.
Okay. Anyways. But still, New Vegas is still the best title in their franchise, and they didn't even develop
right?
it.
It's just yeah,
It's a testament.
it's clear that there's something wrong with Bethesda's approach when the spin-off title becomes the best loved of the franchise from the modern era, right?
Yeah.
From 3, 4, New Vegas, 76, 76. Yeah,
Hey,
and it's just a shame. I think they deserve every penny that they put
they
into
worked hard
that.
for it. I watched.
They deserve
like,
every penny that they get from the sales for
They
it.
worked hard for it, and I'd give them props. They actually, were endeavored.
Yeah,
I was
18 months, and
in the-
they
in-
shit.
And
Sorry.
it's still, 18 months, and that's what they managed to do with it. Imagine if they had like a proper dev cycle.
I wish they did because there were so many things that could have been right. That could have been added into the game. The Caesar's Legion could have had a deeper story. Could have been a lot more. I don't know. Not just clearly evil, like they are. Like you really gotta justify to yourself why you're joining Caesar's Legion.
And fix some of
Since
the bugs.
at least in my opinion, there's not much in the way of gray morality to Caesar's Legion that they deserve.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, right, Fallout New Vegas. Just imagine
Yeah, New Vegas.
had they got
So-
the proper dev cycle for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could have been.
Mm.
Like I said, the Caesar's Legion was a little rushed, and yeah, that was the fault of the 18-month cycle.
And the
They could have
bugs.
had more. They could have had a deeper
it's been-
storyline with it.
Mm. And some of the bugs and glitches that doesn't.
Yeah, the rough launch that it started
rough-
with. It's
Yeah.
it's horrible.
Is it
but-
still? It's still going on. That crash thing that you have to install.
No, not really. They patched it a lot, but it's clear that you need the fan mod still, the fan patches still, because there's still going to be,
How many mods?
while it won't crash on you as much, there's still going to be quest bugs, sometimes come crashing
Some
to the desktop.
graphic stuff.
Yeah, graphic
Uh,
stuff like that.
mm.
You're still gonna crash a little bit in some areas in the game while you're playing. So yeah, you need the fan patches for that. Fan patches.
That's but at least it has a dedicated fans or I'll do it myself.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how many mods there are. Well, anyway, so how's Nier?
It's pretty fun. I'm currently at I think the third act. Cause here's the crazy thing that I didn't know about it. There's like multiple playthroughs of the game. It's like if you play it straight, it ends, and there's another playthrough. So it just doesn't end. And I think they're separated. I've been told by my friends who play it, they're called acts, so I'm in the third act.
So it's like a bunch of levels. Is it split into like small levels that you can just play through, like
No, no,
in
it's
repeat?
no, it's like no, it's like it's multiple playthroughs. Like each playthrough has
Oh,
its
so the
own
game is
story.
short.
Yeah, it's kind of short in that
Ah,
regard, but like you play it multiple times in order to like get the
I
full
see.
story.
Because I don't know. I'm playing
And it's very
through the
fun.
first game, Near.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing through
Oh,
the
the
first
first
game,
one.
Near one,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Maybe I'm not into far enough into it yet. But I don't know. It feels like one cohesive story that doesn't have much, you know, like other extra stuff into it.
Yeah,
It feels like
mostly
a
because
straightforward hack
Nier.
and
I think
slash.
Nier is a
Is what
spin-off
I'm
of
saying.
it already. Yeah, because I think Nier is the story of the entire Nier is like a spin-off of a different title.
Of another
So maybe
game
that's
that
why.
nobody really gives a shit about until Nier did. I'm sorry, that's a little harsh because it's a very
Wow.
niche kind of game. Drakengard, yeah, Drakengard. I remember my child.
Mm.
I remember when I was a kid. I was introduced to that because I had a friend who was an RPG nut. Basically, everything in the PS2 they probably had.
Mhm.
So it's like, hey, Aaron, take a look at this game called Drakengard. Oh, that's a pretty weird name. That's all. That's all my impressions of it when I was a kid. Oh, that's a pretty weird name.
That's a weird
Must be about dragons. And it is. That's what I heard.
I really like the gameplay of it. That's, my brain got so used to like Dark Souls Dark Souls game like Dark Souls playstyle. I have to like constantly move around. Enemies
So it's like
are
it's easier for you.
are supposed to be hard. So I'm like, there's paranoia in me. It's like, oh god, I have to like, uh, there's like every single fight
Yeah,
is
but
desperation.
were they easier? Were they
I would
easier
say,
in comparison?
kind of. I guess. I mean, I'm playing it at normal difficulty, so as you normally would. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm having a hard time, but there are definitely moments where, I gotta. The game feels very unforgiving because there are certain like moments in the game where it doesn't pause. There's no checkpoints, and you have to play it straight. And if you lose, you have to restart all over again.
Oh dang,
Yeah,
that's I mean, just like Dark Souls, am I right?
kind of like Dark Souls, but like it's more frustrating because there's like an entire it's
There's
cutscenes
like
and everything.
minutes
So it's kind
upon
of like
minutes of
it's
like progress.
yeah, minutes upon my minutes of progress. And if I die because of a slightest enemy hit, I'm like ah. I'm, I think I've raged more in that than I did Dark Souls 1.
Because it's like you understand. It's like it's just a few minutes like of gameplay when it comes to Dark Souls. Like just the previous fireplace, but fireplace,
Firelink.
Firelink Shrine, whatever. Who cares? It's Dark
Bonfire.
Souls.
Bonfire.
Nobody takes that
Yeah.
those games seriously. Fuck everyone who plays it. Just kidding.
Well,
Anyway, yeah, I understand. Like, especially if there's like a cinematic playing in between all the time.
yeah.
Fuck
God.
that.
Thank God it's skippable. That's what I at least I give it props. I can skip some of the cutscenes if I already see that.
Yeah, I think I felt that frustration as well when I was playing trying to play Near Automata, at least because
Tried.
there comes a point when you know the first like boss battle, right? So before you get to the first boss battle, which is really just
Oh yeah.
a tutorial to
Tutorial.
get you acclimated to the battle system, right? So it sends you a few goons, and then you slash through them. Yay, it's really fun. And then it sends you this giant ass boss that you have to kill off. But before you get there, it's like you have to go through like a shoot 'em up section.
So much bullshit. Yeah.
You
so
have to
much
go through a
bullshit.
shoot 'em up section, which is
And you don't-
cinematic at best and isn't really compelling in my opinion. At least if I want to play a shoot 'em up, I feel it feels like a
I
side
play
thing
an
that
actual
they
shoot
did.
'em up.
Yeah, it really feels like it needs at least that's my first impressions of it. Feels like it needs a little more fleshing out. Like you really gotta, if you're going to get this kind of shoot 'em up mode, you gotta be serious about it and add a lot more to it. But it feels like a side thing, and it shows. So it's like I just gotta get through this, shoot up all the enemies, and then it crashes, and then oh god, is it? And then it's like okay, maybe it's just the game, maybe it's just a fluke. All right, I try it again. Yeah. I go through the entire. I went through that entire process like 5 times before I gave up. It's like all right, fine, whatever. It's not going to play on me. I wanted to try before I buy. It's not gonna let me. Whatever. On to the next game. I'm not gonna go through that shoot 'em up section.
But yeah, it's unforgiving. Like, yeah, there is like 30 to 40 minutes where you can't save. I think only until you defeat the first boss do you get to save. That's
that's fine, right? That's fine as long as it doesn't happen every time in the game. Like it doesn't let you save for like an hour of progress. It's like what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's that's like the forewarning I always give
sections of the game.
Always give to people. Yeah, there are sections of a game where you can't save and you have to play it straight, and if you die, you do it all over again.
It's like you gotta defeat like 3 enemies.
Which is fine if you like, after a while you can breeze through the area that you need to go through, but first time playing is like, you get angry.
Yeah,
it kind of is.
That is why I like games that have like quick saves. Fun. Quick
save options, yeah. Hey, how about how's Neo Scavenger? That's your homeless man simulator.
I mean, I just like games that have crafting, looting. That's the selling point for me. A lot of looting, a lot of RNG.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's like gambling, but it's safer because I don't lose anything but my time. It's like like every time in Neo Scavenger, it's like at least to me, the ingredients of a good build of a good game session, because it's a roguelike where if you die, your save game gets erased. It's going to be a good build when you find a backpack on the very first few areas that you visit in. Like, it's going to be real good. And then you find a weapon maybe, or maybe you find, I think there was at one point where I found a very late game medical equipment which heals you, which cures any of your diseases and boosts your immune system. I found that, but I used it to cure like a cut.
Really?
which was really, 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 in retrospect, which was really stupid.
A bad idea. Yeah.
I should have saved it. I should have really saved it for like something like diarrhea, which you get all the time in this game, or you get poison, or you get the equivalent of the Black Plague, the game's equivalent of the Black Plague called the Blue Rot. Though you can't really cure that with the late game medical equipment and all that. It's so far it's really fun. I don't know why it clicked with me, but it did. But right now I'm getting taking a break from it right now.
I mean, sure type. It's the RPG.
I mean, I love enjoy the cannibalism I can do in that game. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got a little desperate because there was no dogs that were attacking me. That's usually my source of meat, but there wasn't.
Started hunting some down.
So I'm like, all right. I see this weird guy coming at me. Gotta do what I gotta do. So I crafted a broad spear out of sticks and shards of glass, and then just fucking went at him and just started charging at him. I tripped a few times. I had to get up because my character's a klutz. And then I stabbed the shit out of him, and then finally,
Jesus,
meat.
Cannibalism.
So I took like a few chunks of meat from this prey. put it on my bag,
Yeah.
and then went to the forest to cook it with a campfire.
I mean, you
All
ate,
in the day's work.
you resorted to cannibalism.
Yeah, as you do in this game. Nobody has to know that I had to do that.
Yeah, you had to live. That's it.
And then I look at these guys who make it all the way to the point where they're rich. They have all the equipment. They can survive for days. And I'm like, how the fuck do you get there? I keep dying of poison and diarrhea. Fucking hell. I keep dying of thirst and hunger because of the diarrhea. And all the kinds of diseases. It's always the one that kills my run. It's always the diseases than animals and all the monsters in the game and all the humans that are scattered about.
Can you eat the monsters in the game?
Yeah, you can actually.
Wow.
You can even skin them
Wow.
you can even skin them to make like gloves and clothing.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Using their fur. So it really tries to be as realistic as it can be. With what it has, which is really just a hex type board game like thing, because it has turns.
It's the type of games where you really have to use your imagination or use zoomers if you sell the game.
I think that those are great. Those are the best games, honestly. It's a throwback to a time where it's a necessity because graphics are hard to do in a system that's only made for text.
Limited. Yeah.
Right? So that's like 90s, 80s to 90s computers were kind of like that. You really had to work hard to get graphics in there. That is why, I play the fuck out of Zork, which is a text-based type of adventure where you kind of say, okay, go north, go south, pick.
And if you guys don't know what
this
Zork
item.
is, you're probably under 60.
Yeah, you're probably a zoomer. That's right, filthy zoomers, I'm calling you out. So yeah, which is kind of weird because we're zoomers. We're technically zoomers.
Yeah, we're technically zoomers. We're hipsters, I guess.
Yeah, and I also played the fuck out of this roguelike. Actually, it's the father of roguelikes. It's Rogue, where it's basically you represented as an @ sign traversing through a randomly generated dungeon. And it's all represented by keyboard icons, and that's really what made what fascinated me, right? It's like you don't have to be a graphics artist, right? It's like making the most out of the limited resources that your computer has, which at the time of 1970s when it was created wasn't much. It really could only render text and all these ASCII and all the ASCII icons and symbols. I really love that shit because this is a game and it's a playable game. You can get items that are represented by other characters like an A, exclamation point, and all that, and it's in different colors just to have some form of distinct characteristic to differentiate one item for the other, or one sword or one thing after the other when they're on the ground. And it's it has it has a lot of features that we see in modern RPGs today, despite the limitation, like range attacks, right? So you can range attacks, point, fog of war, right? So it's you can't really see all of the map. You have a certain area of effect, that's the only thing you can see, and all that. It's really fun, and random enemies with basic AI. And here we are in in a very limited system, we have all this, right? Imagine if we had graphics for it, and here we are. We take it a lot for granted, but it's a nice throwback to simpler times, I guess.
Yeah, it's a nice throwback. Nice throwbacks to the early days of gaming.
Oh, sorry.
And it's that nice little gaming ain't what it used to. 'Cause now everything,
I think it's.
game is trying to be way cinematic. At least for me.
I mean, there's time and place for that, right? A lot of AAA titles would like to be more cinematic and would like to match reality as much as they want, as much as they can, as they want. Yeah,
kind of like
as much as they can.
what Uncharted did. Yeah, kind of like what Uncharted did. Like I think the point of it was like trying to make it look like as much of a movie as it was. Which it worked.
And it succeeds at that, by the way. It really does succeed as a nice interactive action movie. It's like it's like I'm playing a movie. It's like I'm playing an Indiana Jones movie, right?
And
I can control Indiana.
So that makes
Indiana
the idea
Jones
of the film
dodges obstacles.
Yeah, but it kind of makes the idea of the feature film adaptation kind of weird. Because already Uncharted was already cinematic as it was, so seeing it in live action might just be, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe.
I think if done right, if done right, and I emphasize this, if done right, you can definitely have a good movie in there. What are the good live adaptation movies I can think of? I think Sonic the Hedgehog is a recent example.
You're gonna have to scratch.
I think really Sonic the Hedgehog
Detective
was
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu as well, which was based on an actual game, which was really surprising to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did both of those movies did pretty well. I saw Detective Pikachu in theaters, and it was really fun.
It was really fun. Ryan Reynolds as
Hell yeah.
As Pikachu.
He voiced
Pikachu
off. Really well on that one. Does it? I mean, yeah, you're used to like Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
used to that.
It hurts. Yeah, it's so, but at the same time, it's like Ryan Reynolds playing like a PG version of Deadpool.
Of Deadpool.
Yeah,
I think that's just Ryan Reynolds, right?
In general,
every time he plays Deadpool, it's just like default Ryan Reynolds. He's playing as himself.
Yeah,
maybe a more exaggerated form of himself. But I like.
But if you
like, damn,
if you watch Ryan Reynolds' interview, the guy is
like in every role he
plays,
plays,
very funny. Yeah, I mean, if you watch his interviews, there's a natural, like, he's naturally funny.
Yeah, and he just translates that very well in every role he, every role he goes into, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays people keep accusing him of like playing the same character, and I'm like, if you know, like, I mean, I guess now it's easier for him to pick those kinds of roles. It's like, it's natural for him at this point, but people are disregarding his previous works, and it's kind of annoying. It's like,
yeah, I think there was one my parents watched a lot, the one with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, the Proposal.
Yeah. I remember my parents watching that every time it's on.
Hey, that movie was fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
There are other like way better Ryan Reynolds movies that I would argue to people like, hey, but he can play these types of roles as well. So shut up.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to Deadpool 3. I hope we get it.
Oh yeah,
more Deadpool in cable, please.
Hopefully, but I'm not sure because I think he's taking like a break from movie making, which is good, I guess. Maybe he wants to like refocus or
Who's
something.
taking a break?
Ryan.
Oh.
I think after his last, there's another movie coming up.
Oh, that's cool.
He said
that's
after
understandable.
That one, it's taking a sabbatical. Yeah.
Good for you. Mental health breaks are important.
Yeah. Good for you, man. We're fans.
Have you watched The Adam Project, by the way? His latest movie?
Oh shit! I have not yet.
I watched a bit of it. I wasn't able to finish it. It was like
Was it
late in the
good?
morning. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not that bad actually. Has a lot of that
Ooh.
time travel stuff.
Time travel.
He actually, I don't want to spoil it for everyone who want to watch it, but it involves a lot of time travel and him meeting his younger self and them
Mm.
saving the world in some way. And it's really fun. The effects were good. The stories. I wouldn't say it stands out. I wouldn't say it's like deep and like very compelling.
It's
But
simple.
it's like it's enough
serviceable.
that it's like you can get behind it. It's fun. It's like something. It's something you can just watch with friends. I guess watch with friends and family and just have a
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
decent
movie
time.
that you can enjoy. Yeah, it's like a movie that you can just enjoy. People take movies way too seriously. Like they forget that if you enjoyed it, that it's a good movie for you.
Yeah, that's why I have a soft spot for 2012. Even to this day, I have a soft spot for that.
Oh
I
yeah,
can say it's like one of my favorite movies.
same. Yeah, same. It's like Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers: The Revenge of the Fallen. It's a shit movie, but like I enjoyed it. For some reason, I really enjoy Revenge of the Fallen.
Transformers?
Transformers 2.
I prefer the first one to be honest, because I thought
Yeah,
like
the
from start to finish,
first one was
banger, banger. Especially with
Oh,
like
banger,
like Shia LaBeouf's like like I don't know what he's trying to portray as this boy next door type of guy, just getting his first car and all that, and he really portrays the normal dude thrust into this weird situation. I think pretty well. That's just my opinion though.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, but I like him in like 2 because he's allowed to be more unhinged, and like he's very enjoyable in it.
He's I don't know. I just love him. I just love him when he screams Optimus
Optimus!
all the time.
I still like the fight in the pyramid, the last fight in the pyramid. Yeah, I like that one.
I like the way in the first movie. I like the way Jazz died. It's like, hey, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? Megatron's like snaps him in half. No, I want two.
I want to.
It's like, okay.
Aw.
This is fun. Officially one of the best movies. 10
And
out of 10.
That was like one of the major characters. I was like, at least
It's so weird. I heard, I've only found out beforehand that Jazz was a part of them. Like one of the major soldiers in the Autobot side, and he's just fucking dead.
He's just there. He got torn. Like, oh, what a piece of me. I want to.
That was just hilarious, though. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna. I don't know if they want me to feel sad. Also, that was funny.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, no, Jazz. But I was still kind of, like, he wants to.
And now you're grown up. It's like, Jesus, that was hilarious. The funniest shit in the world.
Yeah. And in 2012, though, it's like there's a lot of leaps of logic that they had to just...
Oh, yeah, 2012.
It's so fun because it's so wacky as shit. Like, they should be dead, like, even before they reach the plane. And I felt bad for Gordon, too. Gordon is like the... in the movie 2012, Gordon is like the...
there's like the stepdad, and
the husband of the ex-wife.
Like gifts.
The
Yeah.
husband of the protag's ex-wife. Or maybe it's just they're
The dude
just
got
dating
crushed.
at the moment and they're about to get married. But yeah,
I still remember that.
yeah,
scene.
he
I felt
carried
bad for that
the
scene.
entire crew. He was the pilot twice. He got him out of dangerous situations. And all he got was like a very brutal death.
Oh yeah, and it was like it's not even something like epic.
All because
they were just trying to sneak into a ship. It wasn't some epic self-sacrifice. He slept and he fell into the gear.
No, yeah, it was so brutal. It stuck to me with the way he just got crushed. All because they want our protag to get together with his ex-wife again.
Yeah, they could at least just like
Because it'd be weird.
break up, but no, they could have just at least break them up and not kill the poor guy.
Yeah, and it's so weird how the wife what got over it really scarily quickly.
Really quick. And the kids
Kids
are
didn't
like,
seem
"Don't you
bothered
like
by
that guy?"
the fact that their stepdad
Pretty chill.
died.
Yeah, it was a pretty
They got
chill dude.
over it really quick.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
oh,
like,
we're going to Africa!
yeah, I'm over it.
Yay!
Yeah, like, I'm over it.
That was so weird. It was just
Yeah,
so
it's
funny.
weird. But yeah,
I've yet to watch the latest movie from that director, which was Moonfall.
Moonfall. I saw it. I saw
wanna see it.
I saw the trailer on like when I
Me too.
watched Batman. I was like, really? Another end of the world? Didn't he already make?
You
like,
know who did it.
another
You
one?
know, if the destruction is so visceral and all that, you know who did it. You know it's the same guy.
it's him. And if it's like a convoluted plot, how about is he the one who made the other one with like the satellite controlling the weather thing? Is he?
Wait, hold up. Satellite controlling the weather. Wait, I know that.
The movie.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Ah,
It's the one that
Yeah.
stars,
Ah.
the
Yeah,
guy from
Gerard Butler in
Olympus
it.
Has Fallen. Yeah, Gerard
Yeah.
Butler as the head scientist.
Gerard
for some reason.
Butler. Then, I think it was an astronaut. Let me.
He's
let's look.
Yeah,
for
he's
it.
the lead. He's the lead. He's the lead on the project of that weather manipulation machine.
The purification thing. Yeah,
What was that movie? Crap.
Greenland.
No, it's not Greenland.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No, it's not
yes,
Greenland.
it's another
Ah.
disaster movie, and a pretty decent one at that. But it's not that. Yeah, that
Geostorm.
one.
Geostorm.
Didn't we?
Geostorm. Yeah.
I remember watching that in theaters. Actually,
Oh wait, it's not. It's not. Oh, it's not Ronald Emmerich. Okay, it's not him. But
it's not him, but it's in the same vein, and it's in the same genre
in the
of
same
disaster movies. Yeah. Did we watch that, or I know I watched it so at some point in theaters.
I don't remember watching it. I watched it. I watched it on TV.
Yeah, I probably watched it with the family, but I don't know why we went out of our way to see that.
It's
But
still the dumbest
damn,
movie. Like they're
it was
using,
fun. It was fun. It was fun though.
It's still. It was stupid though. They're gonna use it to like assassinate the president. The one scene where they were like driving around and trying to avoid the lightning. That was like, oh.
Yeah, and like the beach just goes into a large ass tsunami. It was so scary.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
fuck horror movies, man.
no.
Imagine being in that situation,
Tsunami.
running from a tsunami.
Tsunami scenes in like movies give me like really bad anxiety. I'm like, oh god, that hits a chord because that's
And another scene from
terrifying.
Geostorm. Yeah, it is. Another scene from Geostorm
Yeah,
that
it
stuck
is.
out to me was this scientist guy that I think Gerard Butler
Mhm.
or another side character contacted, and it was like he was in Hong Kong, and it was like, and then the earth started shaking, and then the fucking
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
entire
I remember
area
that
just-
one.
just went down. The ground was like collapsing underneath him.
Opening up,
And it was like a volcano kind of. It was like there was a lot of lava underneath the ground, right? And
Oh,
many
yeah.
people were like falling to their deaths. So it's like the guy was desperately just driving out of there onto the bridge with his like
driving out. Yeah,
with his dinky electric car.
did he live? I don't remember. I think he lived.
He lived.
Right?
He lived. Oh wait,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
lived,
But
but he got assassinated. I think. Sorry.
oh,
I choked on my spit out of anticipation. But yeah, the ground was getting so hot that it was just melting his tires as he just drove like mad. It was
Oh,
so
by the
weird.
way, how about the core? Remember the core?
Ah,
I
yeah.
remember us watching the core.
I remember in high school, I
Yeah.
think. Did
Yeah,
we watch it
watched
in high school?
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, for science class. For some
We
reason,
watched
they
it in
showed
high
a
school in
disaster
science
film.
class for what?
Yeah,
It made me believe that low key. Not gonna lie, I was so stupid back in the day, but it made me believe. Oh, the Earth's crust could do that.
Mm.
Oh shit! I guess we're fucked if that happens.
We have to save the
Oh,
poor.
I guess you gotta go and make drills
Someone
like
save
these
it.
guys did. I love the hacking scenes, by the way, of that movie.
That was the most accurate hacker they ever picked. Oh, in my head, all hackers
I'll
don't look
put
like that.
In my head, hackers all like thin, real thin,
No.
and it's like looking with like with a long nose and always in the computer.
Thin, yeah, thin, lanky, and then like, yeah, but no hate to the guy. I liked him too. The movie, I miss that. Like fun disaster movies. They're just stupid.
It is. You know, them drilling a hole and sacrificing their lives for the sake of humanity. It was like Armageddon, but not blasting to space to blast an asteroid. No, it's like from deep within.
And they don't have Aerosmith.
Drilling
on
a
the soundtrack,
hole to the earth.
Which makes Armageddon the best one.
Yeah.
And they don't, yeah.
Armageddon's
They
a better
don't have-
movie.
I don't want to miss
Doesn't
a thing.
have was it Guns N' Roses or AC/DC? No, it's Guns N' Roses. Sorry,
Aerosmith.
fuck.
Aerosmith. How
My
dare
zoom. Turns out I'm very zoomer after all.
you.
I'm just as zoomer as the one I'm laughing at.
The most hilarious part is I don't want to miss a thing. It's like the theme
Yeah, I don't
song,
want to
and
miss
it's
a
like
thing
the
always
farthest
playing at every moment.
thing. Always playing. I don't want to miss a thing. I'm like, Jesus. Forever, that movie, that song is forever associated with that movie too, because like it plays at the end
I know.
when they blew up the asteroid. I was like,
Yeah, it's like it's just so weird because at every moment of every time it was the
It is
only
weird.
song they could afford, maybe, but it was the only thing playing. It was the only song that was playing in every moment of the
maybe
every moment of the movie.
maybe it's the only song they could.
When
have
romance
recorded.
scenes happen,
Yeah,
I don't want to miss a thing.
I
Plays
don't want to miss a thing.
where they blow up
Even the
and they blow
slow.
up the asteroid.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to miss a thing.
It's
Happens.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Budget must be
God,
tight.
God.
The budget went to like Bruce Willis and the gang.
I think Steve Tyler. I think Aerosmith made that. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bruce Willis. You heard the recent news about
He's
Bruce
retired?
Willis? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's because he has like an underlying.
Yeah, good
Like
for him.
mental health
He's
condition,
got a
that's-
lot of movies. Some good, some bad.
Mm. I think that's yeah. Yeah, a lot of that. But I think it's because of the mental thing.
What
he
mental
has.
thing?
That's why he feels like he's been off. Yeah.
What mental thing?
You don't know why he retired?
I thought it was a health condition, like a heart condition or something. I only read the headlines. To be
Yeah,
honest.
he had a mental thing that's going on. I'm trying to look
I
for
hope
it.
it's not like anything bad or anything. I hope he can still enjoy his retirement.
Yeah, it's aphasia. It's like it's like a disease. It's like a disorder in the head that like messes with like speech, like how he expresses
Oh
himself
man, that sucks.
and how he comprehends
I hope
things.
he gets over it. Or
Yeah, that's why he
at least it
feels
doesn't
like
fuck
that's
him
the
up.
reason why he's so robotic. Yeah, that's the reason he felt
Have you
so
watched,
robotic, like in the
Death Wish?
in a lot of these movies recently.
Ah,
Death Wish. Oh, is that the one with like
yeah,
He
it's
was a
like
doctor,
a
kills
it's like a
or no.
I guess a reboot of an
Something.
old movie with the same name, same premise.
All of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know about that.
have you watched it?
No, not really. It's like one of those movies. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this.
It's
I'm
my
not gonna
guilty
bother
pleasure
with it.
movies, to be honest. It's my guilty pleasure movie.
It's like
So
it's a
good.
movie that it's in Fox. If it's on TV or on Fox,
It's on
I'm like,
TV.
I'd watch it.
You tune in.
Probably.
It is because I saw it
Yeah.
on TV.
Bro. I don't have cable.
We still
I
have
pooped
have
it.
cable. One thing to note is that it sucks to be a cable user in 2022 because
Oh, really?
Fox has pulled out. They've just every one of their channels is gone. HBO's the only one around,
Mhm.
and at least for our cable provider, the only thing that was that was left, the only thing that replaced Fox movies and its other stuff. I think there's still Fox Sports. I don't know, but Fox movies is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also Fox in general. So there goes Family Guy and all the other shows.
Sucks.
Yeah, The Simpsons. Jack TV, I think, is also in the way of Dodo. I'm not quite sure. So there goes any way to watch Family Guy.
Yeah,
but
which is kind of
But the thing that replaces them was no joke. The thing that replaced them was this jank channel that's like a fucking pirated version of like Fox movies. Because all they do, and it shows, all they do is like live stream like actual movies. I don't know where they got those movies. I don't know if they're licensed to show those movies, but they show like family movies, action movies.
You're not sure if it's legal.
And they just pretty much, they pretty much just, I think they have a screen, and they live stream that screen, and then they just add movies to it, like Chromecast that shit in 720p.
Is that legal?
So it's like, either this is fucking illegal, or they are just a small time operation, like trying to serve movies. And granted, it's like pretty okay movies. They serve like 2000s movies, 90s movies. Not much in the way of 2010s movies, but like sometimes they have that too. Early 2010s to mid to 2010s.
Yeah, but it's the type of stuff. If you're like watching it in the back of your head, it's like
it's like are we there yet? They show that a lot in the family movie side. Are we done yet? As well, Ice Cube's classics.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with like new, because of streaming services, it's like very, very mainstream now. It's like one of the main drivers of entertainment nowadays. So cable TV is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's dying out, but it's
the
like
way of the
slowly
dodo
being
for
replaced. They're gonna one day, hopefully not. There's like, I doubt a lot of common folks can afford them anyways. So I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't.
I can already see the future of cable is going to be pretty bleak as many people turn to online now. I think online is definitely the new cable TV.
Especially with like the pandemic from 2022.
Yeah, Netflix Netflix sales Netflix subscription shot the fuck up. As if it didn't already.
Netflix, Prime, Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, all of those streaming services, HBO Max, stuff like that.
A lot of those are still not available in our country, by the way. HBO Max? No. Amazon Prime? The fuck is that? The fuck is an Amazon, even? They have no presence here whatsoever, right?
And they have no presence. I think the only thing is I think, it's Netflix. And I guess if you're into K-dramas, V. That's the only thing I keep hearing.
We have some Asian-centric ones as well. I forget the name, but they serve a lot of K-dramas, Chinese dramas, and Taiwanese dramas, which is really fun. If you're into that, at least. I don't know. It's because the main talk of the town at the moment is really Netflix. No Netflix, contest in that regard.
But
nobody's fucking with Hulu.
I think about I mean, it's because Netflix. So even I have to agree. The catalog they have on Netflix is pretty impressive. So I wouldn't blame people moving to Netflix.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely compared to its competitors, at least in this country, where we have a lot of region-locked content. If you compare everything else, Netflix just wins by a landslide.
It dominates.
And I don't know. I guess we're not seeing the problem of too many streaming services. We're not
Or
yet.
not yet.
Because it's come to the point where everything is so region locked, we don't even get content. If you want it so bad, you have to pirate that shit because the region locking is
Gotta use
so
a
bad.
VPN.
I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Crunchyroll has finally fucking got their act together in this country and finally got more anime, but
I'm not
but
sure.
Netflix has already beaten them
doubt
in
it.
spades with the amount of anime that they got.
Yeah. The amount of anime they have like outshines Crunchyroll by a long shot.
So it's like Crunchy, what the fuck is that?
But more like cringe roll. Kinda like cringe roll.
More like give me access to Kuroko's basket, or else I'm going to another platform. Because really, I wanted to watch that, but I can't in Crunchyroll. I think I've said this before, but yeah, that was really stupid. That was really because I actually got like I had to go out of my way to get like to get my credit card information in there, and turns out they don't have it, so it's like instant delete my account. Nope, cancelled. Delete my account. Fuck you. I'm not going. I don't want anything to do with you. You don't have what I want.
No enjoyment for you.
All right.
No enjoyment.
You ain't getting my money. All you got is like maybe like a partial collection of episodes from Naruto. Like, okay, that's fine, but I'm not into that. So it's like, what do you got?
Yeah,
for me?
I gotta say I checked the Crunchyroll selection here for the Philippines. It's god awful.
Whew. Are you checking it
It
now?
really is.
Are you checking it now, or?
Let me check it. No, I checked it before.
Oh, I thought you're currently just looking it up, and
way
you're just
back.
like, oh, it's god awful.
way
oh,
back.
You
I
checked
don't have
it before.
Crunchyroll. Why
Okay.
the hell would I?
I mean, I checked it before just to check out their free tier. Yeah, it's it could be better. Needs improvement. That's my rating. Needs improvement.
Yep.
That's why I'm not too ashamed
Yeah.
to admit that.
Get your
That's why I'm not
act
too
together.
ashamed to admit that. Like we sometimes sail the high seas. I sometimes sail the high seas.
We're pirates. Yep. Oh, a lot of us do. And it's not something I'm not like being ashamed or like nervous.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I gotta say, piracy nowadays is like being more accepted as a reasonable alternative in order to get entertainment. Because like it is kind of unfair to expect a lot of people to be afforded or like
Yeah,
are
especially
able
with
to
the
access
economy
the same
these
things
days.
others do. Because clearly we
Yeah,
don't.
especially with the economy these days and the diminishing buying power of people. People are gonna be saving a lot more money, and are gonna be finding ways
boy.
to get it shit for free.
Yep. Especially now with the prices because of current events, especially in the Philippines.
Yeah, I don't know. It's but I try to donate. I try to help out as much as I can, especially with projects that I really care about. There are software projects that I really care about, and I try to donate to those because I think those really deserve my money than any shady corporation could ever deserve to. Like for example, like I said, I think I mentioned
We're not gonna
UPipe
delve
before.
into it.
Like
That's too depressing.
Yeah, because I mentioned UPipe before. I actually donated like the equivalent of about 2-3K pesos to them, and it's like because I care about this project a lot. Because I care about that project a lot. Because I use it every day. It's it's one of my primary ways to access YouTube without all the bullshit they add into the thing like ads. And also Fritzing. If you guys don't know, Fritzing is a really amazing piece of software that allows you to kind of easily create like a diagram of your electronic circuits. So if you have a project like a Raspberry Pi or Arduino project, you can easily just make a diagram of it, where things are gonna go, what components will be used, It's like a nice interactive way to make a schematic of your circuits. I do recommend it. It's only like 10 euros, I believe. Could be more. It's not
we're
that
in the
expensive,
part
actually.
where everyone starts advertising
Yeah,
open
that's why
source.
I always I love sharing all the open source projects that I end up getting into, and end up using. So yeah, it's kind of I kind of had a little debate though, like, is it donating if you're forcing people to, because paying the 10 euros is kind of mandatory, unless for to get the compiled version of Fritzing, right? You can compile it yourself, but it's like, I think it's a nice model. I think it really gets people paying, but I don't know. I'm pretty mixed about that. I know. I'm really mixed about that method of getting donations, because you gotta you gotta get that money somehow, right, to support the project.
Yeah. They're not doing this for free.
Yeah,
it's unfair.
The alternative,
it's unreasonable to have them do it.
Yeah, the alternative might be, because not a lot of people would donate. Like, probably a small percentage of them would. So, like, I think this is like a reaction to that outcome.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just me. That's my musings when it comes to, open source in general.
Yeah, that's fine. Thoughts.
Because I honestly welcome that kind of thing. Yeah, I honestly welcome that kind of thing. Like, you can be open source and have people paid for the software, right? They can compile it themselves. They can go through all that trouble. That's fine. But, it's like, it really gets, it really makes sure that, developers get paid. And that's, and that encourages them to keep going, keep working on it. I think, and, it's like the added bonus of, like, you pay for the software and you also get the source code for it. I think it's the nice balance between that, it's like there's a nice balance between getting paid and being open and free. And I mean free, not as in free beer, right? Free as in, like, freedom. As in the freedom to inspect the source code.
Paranoia of, like...
Yeah, it does. Because would it be nice to know what Windows is doing? Right? It would be nice. You're paying for it. You paid for it. Along with your laptop. Right? It would be nice if I knew what the hell it was doing in my system. Right? It could be sending my nudes to Billy Bob Gates, God, no. I don't want him seeing that shit.
And send some
I don't want him to jerk off to my nudes.
Okay, then. Jesus.
There's a Chinese database. It is what he looks like. Don't worry about it. When he comes to this country, we're gonna...
We can recreate this man.
We're gonna look out for him. He said some insulting things to our fearless leader. We're gonna get him. We have his nudes. Our AI is going to track him immediately the moment he steps off the airport.
But yeah,
Man.
So, what do you want to talk about next?
Street foods. I've had this on my mind.
I don't
because
I don't eat much, so
what the fuck?
Take the helm. I don't eat much.
What is wrong with you? Are you even Filipino?
No, I don't eat street food. What a surprise! I don't go out.
Because because I honestly do not eat isaw.
Oh really?
I can't.
Have you had it?
I just don't dig it, man. I just feels gross to eat, and I get it. Like, okay, Well, revoke your revoke your Pinoy card. your Pinoy card's gonna get revoked.
PNP is gonna bust through your door.
Oh no, not my Pinoy card. It's the only thing I
Take
got.
his Filipino. Take his Filipino.
I turned into a white dude.
You're now a white dude. I mean, you are. Even in our friend group, Aaron is joked as the white guy.
Not my fault. I was born like this. But because of cycling,
No, it's not. It's not that. It's
hand a
like
little
it's
bit.
the.
I think.
Oh yeah, didn't you have a mole?
No, it's
What
just
happened
nothing.
to that thing?
It's just I had it for a while now. I just thought it was a new thing.
God, that's like when Aaron told me that. It's like I'm pretty sure isn't that like a sign for cancer?
Nah, it isn't. At least, yeah, it is it is a sign of melanoma. But in my case, thankfully it's not the case. Thankfully it's not the
thank
case.
God. Okay.
It's just nothing. Moles happen. And it kind of sucks that and that's a advantage that I don't like, at least from my brief research, that African Americans do not get has a lesser chance of getting melanoma than most people. So they really got a
Maybe because of
like in RPGs
the
where there's
skin?
race buffs,
buffs.
like,
Yeah, race buffs.
IRL race
Oh, God.
buffs, and like debuffs. Like if you're a guy who's not acclimated to the cold weather, someone who has lived their entire lives in icy weather is like, that's nothing to me. I can go on hours outside with nothing and I'd still be okay. Meanwhile, guys like us who lived in Southeast Asia all our lives, it's like we're dead. minutes in the snow without any snow gear, we're dead.
But if it's like
Even then, it's like snow gear.
yeah, but if it's like
Huh?
summer, but if it's like summer
Yeah,
over
that's
there,
I guess
they're
we got
from Southeast
we got
Asia.
a
It's like
IRL
wow,
advantage over there.
what a
on
cold
that.
day. What a cold day. We go outside.
If it
This is a
snows
cold
here,
day.
I think a lot of people will not be able to cope because our houses are not made for that kind of shit. Like if some
Oh, yeah.
geostorm happened
I
and
wonder
it
if
suddenly
does snow
snowed here.
Oh god, imagine the disaster.
Yeah, it will be a disaster,
Yeah, we can.
right? Like
It'd be a
geostorm shit
disaster.
happened. Like
'Cause we have so
like
many
the weather got manipulated, like
Jesus.
climate got manipulated, and started snowing here. Oh fuck!
We can't handle it because a lot of especially in the squatters area, where like so many houses are not built with cement.
Yeah, they're not built with any heating in mind. What's a heater? Why do you want it to be hot? It's already hot. That's a mindset, right? Bitch, you're living in the Philippines. It's like
Yeah, the concept of like the heat.
30, 33, 34 degrees is like the norm.
It's like for us, the concept of a
It's
heater
so
is like so
foreign,
foreign now.
right?
To us,
A heater in your car? Why do
Yeah,
you,
it's like
why do you want a heater in your car?
Why would you? Don't you like? It's
Oh
only
my
hot
God,
outside.
you know what's
right?
nightmarish?
What's wrong with you?
It's so nightmarish, especially in April.
What?
When you leave the car and you gotta get back to it after parking. Like, holy
God!
fuck, it's like
parking under
Satan's
the sun.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like Satan's asshole when you open the
Holy
car, it's like, ah! It's like, just like heat emanating from the inside.
It's like Satan open his breath and you smell his food.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
rev up the engine, turn on the aircon, get back a few minutes.
And it's like when I'm in it, like get back, and it's like you can
Yeah.
post something in
Ugh.
that thing. When that happens, you can cook something in it.
I'm not getting into that kind of car, man. I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna let it cool, and and not die from heat stroke.
Yeah, that's the worst part. But that's why it's like if I ever get a car, go if it's a hot day out, I'm going. I'm going underground parking, basement
lots,
parking.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, especially if it's like like I know it's like a blistering hot day and I'm gonna be out and about until the afternoon. Like damn,
Yeah,
you'll feel it.
that's what. Yeah, if it's like that, like yeah, you know what? No, underground parking lot. Gotta go there. I don't even care.
Yeah, the idea of snow is not gonna lie, very foreign to me. Like I've seen it, and I'm not gonna lie, but I
Mm.
want to experience it at some point.
I I've touched it, but
You've
like
touched?
it's not all that.
What do you mean you've touched it? You
What do you
you've
mean?
touched snow?
What are we talking about?
Oh, like
Yeah,
in your refrigerator.
yeah, actual
Oh,
snow. No, I've touched actual snow when I went to like Japan, like
damn,
way
you
back
lucky
in
bastard.
2019.
I haven't been outside of the country. So
Yeah,
weird.
I mean we someday we will. Yeah,
Would be nice,
girls trips
you
or
know,
like the
work
trip with the gang.
work outside the country for a few years. Like I would honestly like to experience
Yeah,
that at some point.
yeah, that'd be cool. Like you work outside and like you retire. Imagine your savings though, like dollars, and you go back here. God, you're gonna live like
Yeah,
a
it's like
king.
yeah, we are rocketing at we're always at the cusp. We're always at the at the 50 pesos per dollar exchange rate. Sometimes 51, sometimes it's
Mm,
49, but it's
yeah,
always in the 50s. It's always teeter tottering in the 50s.
yeah.
So yeah, I can understand why a lot of people.
Especially now, it's like I think it's 50. Mm. I mean that's smart. You work at a different country with like a higher rate, and you retire, move back here, and all your savings converted into peso. That's
Yes,
like you'll be rich.
yeah, it's something I don't plan on staying like permanently away or more than I have to.
Mm.
But I don't know. The
I
future
know
is
maybe work
who knows.
is still undecided. So yeah, maybe.
If it gets worse, I guess in this country, given the current circumstances, I don't know. Like I guess I guess getting out might be for the best. Especially yeah.
Might be a good
At least
strategy.
uh at least have it as a plan B. That's the idea. In case you really need to leave, things get a little too dangerous in this place. Mm-mm. Time to go, Bucko.
Maybe it might be nice, like life's too short not to at least try and like get out and see the world. You
Yeah,
know, even one country, like go visit one country or like live and work there all your life. That'd be fun. That sounds fun.
yeah, it is. But there's always that feeling of
Mm.
being an outsider.
Yeah,
Like, uh, but I guess that's like a relative kind of thing. Like it depends on like who you are and if if that really bothers you,
how you cope
or
with
you
it.
can adapt to
Yeah,
to the new country,
mm.
and its people.
Yeah, yeah, and the mental fortitude to like the forge on. And if you get sick of it, you can always go home. It's not like they're gonna shame you for it. It's like, yeah, I want to go home. I don't
I mean,
feel happy here.
yeah, it's I don't know, easier said than done, but still,
Mm. Easier
yeah,
said than done.
it's a whole new world out there. I think it's kind of I think it's kind of a
Yep.
waste to not at least visit, or at least live to
Yeah,
another
exactly.
country, at least for a few years, right?
Mm.
I think it's a waste not to do that. Yeah, at least once in your life,
Oh yeah.
just to say
At
you
least go to
just to
one.
have.
At least
Sorry, go on.
a memory or like yeah, it's kind of like that. You can at least have like it's not gonna change your life, but at the very least, like you can like oh yeah, it's over here. I worked there or lived there for like this amount of years, and it's like and like it opens your eyes to very different things.
Yeah,
I think it's
I look forward to the new perspectives that brings. Actually, the new perspectives that brings, because these are people that are living a whole different life than you
whole
are.
different.
These
Yeah.
people are a different wavelength than you.
Imagine you go to India and you come back and you're like suddenly into meditating and stuff.
Yeah, you suddenly have a deep taste in like you suddenly feel like the way we make curry is normie tier as fuck. You're now enlightened in the various spices. Like
The curry is like all curry here is mid now.
curry mix. The fuck you say? Nuh-uh.
No.
No self-respecting chef is gonna, no self-respecting home chef is gonna use curry mix. We're going to the supermarket right now.
I ain't eating this. What is this?
I heard that Japanese don't give a fuck though. In Japan, it's like curry is sweet and all that, and it's always like curry mix is like like the easiest way to do it. Like they want it sweet.
Yeah, I mean, if you
They
had
really
them,
want it sweet. And I understand that.
have you ever had had Japanese curry before?
Nah,
It's pretty good.
It's less spicy?
It's less hot.
it's more
and
in the sweet side than spicy.
but it's pretty good. It's it depends, but it depends on what like. There's spice.
I want to
levels,
try
like,
Indian
there's
curry though. Like that's the
very hot,
real
and there's
OG.
mild stuff like
I want
that.
to try the OG curry.
I can't. I can't
man.
spicy foods anymore
You're missing out
because
on
like
a
it
lot
hurts.
of
It legitimately
joys.
hurts my stomach nowadays.
Fucking hell! It's like it
Yeah.
feels like tearing a hole in your stomach or something.
Yeah, it feels like that. I'm not
Man.
gonna lie.
I guess more spicy wings
I had
for
a
us.
really bad experience with it. But it's like I had a really bad experience for it because my dad cooked like really spicy.
And just
Korean
just bore a hole in your
and
stomach.
when I ate it, it hurt really bad. Bore a hole, and when I pooped, it burned. It burned my
burned
asshole.
through the. It's so hot that it burned through the toilet bowl, and it went straight down to hell. That was so hot.
It unclogged the toilet. Yeah, it unclogged
Hell
my
yeah.
toilet. It was so hot, it unclogged my.
There's a utility to it. I'm a little. Thankfully, I'm at a
I
point
guess,
where I'm indifferent when it comes to spicy. I'm still indifferent, at least. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I'm gonna make the most out of it. Enjoying the spicy wings and shit.
Yeah. But we're still young, because maybe when you're 30 and you eat a spicy, you collapse. You suddenly collapse.
It's like just having seizures and shit. It's like, oh.
I can't.
I hope not. I really hope that doesn't happen, because I really want to keep fucking
Oh god.
spicy pancit
that'd be
canton.
sad.
Amazing. Spicy pancit canton is the best. And if I go out of town,
I guess maybe a ganchilaman.
if I go out of the country, if I end up getting an opportunity to work out of the country, you know what I'm taking before I leave? I'm taking like an entire 2 packs of that shit, like 2 6-piece 2 6-piece packs of that shit, at least 2 6-piece packs of that shit. I ain't going nowhere without my trusty pancit canton, man. Sweet and spicy, chilamansi, amazing.
No way.
Both are very, very good. The other chili flavors are fun too. Especially there's one that's just spicy and not really sweet. That's pretty good too. But damn, pancit canton is just, I don't know. There's something to it, man. It's so good, so good. And to be quite clear, to everyone in the audience, it's the Lucky Me pancit canton, which I will be putting in the screen for reference. Editor me, you take care of that.
And your editor is like, oh, this guy.
This
But you keep
motherfucker
referencing things.
making me do all this work.
So yeah, I guess got more stuff to talk about.
I really, man, I don't know. What about you? You got any? What's been happening?
Nothing.
Wow,
Kind of
that's,
tapped out with the conversations. It's kind of like we talk. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's like we talk. Like I've talked out everything I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of like when you're trying to like dig up a topic, it's like your mind draws a blank.
I think I still got a few things anyway. So, I guess we can talk about our plans for 2022. The future of the channel, and of course, we have our other podcast, Ripped from the Textbooks, we have a.
Hopefully that takes.
I guess we have a surprise for that coming up soon. Rebranding of sorts. That's
very soon.
As far as
Hopefully,
I can only
when,
say about it.
Yay.
But it's I don't know. I guess we have a lot of plans for hopefully we can do the podcast bi-monthly. We're going to try that. I don't know. Are you up for that?
Hopefully.
So
let's do it. Let's try.
At the very least, like once a month, there's going to be a Weebshit podcast episode, and there's going to be a Rip from the Textbooks episode. Hopefully, at least.
Hopefully. When we try. But 2022, hopefully it's different.
I'm really
I
glad
am kind
that
of concerned
at least
there's like a new surge apparently happening in China.
Oh shit.
And I'm like,
Uh-oh. 2020 part 2.
2020 to electric boogaloo. So hopefully, but I don't have much plans
Please,
for
China,
this year.
get
I
your
am
shit
hoping
together.
things-
I don't want to be, I don't want to be stuck at home ever again.
Get your shit together. Yeah, and
Like, come on, guys. You keep boasting you got this thing
boy.
locked down. Like you got this thing handled. We're the shit. Like, compared to you guys, you Americans, you silly Americans. We already walled off all the people who are infected.
silly American.
Silly. And see how our numbers are down. It's like that's the vibe I got whenever they're doing that shit. It's like. And then turns out maybe just like the initial like the initial stages of the infection, like I feel like they are autocratic kind of countries like that tend to hide things, a lot of things, and that's what I like. And compared to democracies,
they do.
where
I feel
shit can leak out because there are people who are genuinely concerned, and you know what's gonna happen? You know what the government's gonna do? Nothing. They're probably going to go for damage control, but they're not going to jail the guy. They're not going to make him disappear. And it's kind of and autocratic states like that don't really let you do that. And this is and that was a crucial time when they could have warned everyone that, hey, we got a situation here. Look out. We got a situation here. You could have said that around December, right? Like, hey, we got a situation here. But no, it's like, keep it hush-hush, keep everyone quiet.
Yep.
Nothing's happening. Everything's
Not to
fine,
ruin
folks.
our
Keep
rep.
up with your daily activities, citizens.
And when it blew up on their faces,
How can we be the good guys
and when
in this
they blew up
situation
on their
that we
faces,
have
it's like
unintentionally caused?
we created.
Because of because we want to look good in the front of the international stage so badly.
Yep. But we're not gonna shit on China too much.
We're not, but let's be honest. It's like it's the need to be validated by the international stage, wanting to look good. It's what led to this. Like this, it's what led to the late reaction to the ongoing infection, because no one knows what's going on. Why are people when the infection hit other countries, they're like, what the fuck is going on? Why are massive amounts of people getting like coughs and like respiratory symptoms and all that, and And it's like, oh, it's only until they revealed really late in the game, like January, February, when, oh, okay, this is happening. Oh. And now it's like,
Yes,
they're
it's
trying to, and now it's like,
terrifying.
when people are trying
And
to
then it got-
investigate where this came from, it's like, guess who's like not being very cooperative with the investigation. Guess who? Guess who? You know, it's
Guess
like,
who?
oh, we had nothing to do with it. It's probably a Western. It's probably the
Don't you
Americans,
ever
though.
come for us?
Look at the Americans. They probably started this. We don't know that.
Oh yeah, I think
Why
I
don't you
remember
just
they blamed like
help us.
the U.S. for spreading it. I'm like,
Why
what?
don't you help us investigate? Investigate people who are investigating this shit. Why don't you just cooperate with us? You know, like, you all just want to know where this thing came from in the first place,
Yeah.
so we can best, like, with this data that we have on its origins, we can just, prevent this from ever happening again. Hopefully. But no, it's like, no.
Hopefully.
Look at those dastardly Westerners, though. They might have something to do with this. Just
They
saying.
did this. They did the It was their problem that they found in our place, but it was their fault.
I think it's
That's
just
that's the vibe
I
I
think
got.
honestly, oh god, we're so gonna be, like YouTube does that weird thing about in the their efforts, and I mean that with air quotes, to kind of like prevent fake news about the coup. But just to be clear, we don't have all the facts. We might be wrong, and that's fine. Please do correct us if please put your sources if please put your sources if you are going to correct us.
I have nothing to do with this.
Because honestly, there's so many fake information going around. We got to be
I have nothing to do with this.
we got to be very, very vigilant, because this is the internet. We are in an age of information where we are in the age of information, yes, but we are now in the trouble of having too much information that is either bullshit or true, or it could just be wrong, or it could be maliciously wrong.
Yeah.
It's so weird. There's so many types of
Yeah.
information coming at us at
Yeah.
every direction. It's like, no wonder that people fall for fake news and all that.
Yeah. So be vigilant and stuff like that. The age of information
So
is
I think
very
we can-
nice, but it
Yeah.
depends on the information you're getting.
I think we'll find out what
Yeah,
started
heck.
this entire coup situation. Hopefully, regardless of like
When
it's
the
like, come on,
situation
like,
lets up.
I just want to come on, everyone's got to get together and figure out how this mess happened, because it's not
We just wanna
it's not a you issue, and it's like
We just
it's
want
not like a global reputation issue anymore. It's a people issue now. Like it's the survival of the human race is at stake here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not as lethal. Like the survival of the human race depends on this information. No, thankfully not. But still, we gotta prevent this kind of shit from happening ever again.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I
Hopefully, we
guess,
find out
uh,
where this came from, because I'm really,
this
really
guy-
curious.
mm,
Right?
hopefully this year. Yeah, that's up.
I'd like to think it was a happy
Yep.
happy accident. What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh Jesus!
Happy accident.
That's the worst thing you can call it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to sound. I didn't mean to. Happy accident. The coof is just a happy
But
accident.
yeah, hopefully. Jesus. Happy.
But I'd like to think maybe it's it could be other things, right? It could be like maybe someone in the lab just didn't follow safety protocols, and maybe they were tired, researching until 3 a.m. and then it's like, oh, I forgot to put my gloves away to the proper containment area, and oh god, it spread through the air and into this employee that went to
Oh god!
who just wanted to go to the wet market on her way home, or his or her way home, from work, and then, oh shit, there it goes. Oh god, oh god, the government's gonna kill us for this.
Hopefully. Alright, let's up and we get
We're
back to
so
our
dead.
roots. They're gonna kill us for this.
Oh god, we're so dead. We accidentally spread we accidentally spread something we shouldn't have. It's like someone just didn't wash their hands properly, bro. It all started with people not washing their hands. It really It really just baffles me, honestly. I get that back in the day in history, like we didn't know anything about germs and proper hygiene. But holy shit, I can't believe that. You know, it took us a while to find out that, like, cleaning your tools and cleaning your hands actually saves lives, especially when you're a surgeon.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
math
it,
and
like,
stuff. Yeah,
I'm glad we were born in that era, right? I don't want to die because of a surgery.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, people dread going to the hospital back in the, like 1800s and all that, and before that. Because it's like, there's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna die in there. Anyway, so that's about it. Was a pretty long
that's
ramble.
about it. Hopefully very long rant, yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. We have more plans for our other channel in the coming months, so hopefully it falls through. And I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, and look forward to I guess a new episode of Rip from the Textbooks very soon, and hopefully a new episode of this podcast. So we hope to see you again, and goodbye. Bye.
Bye.